Hey guys, this is Rinse at Lordaeron. Shout out to Clan WCE. We challenge everything. This is Cecil's audio.
Hey guys, welcome to Audio 258 from WCReplays.com. This is me, Cecil, bringing to you the third series of the Season 2 audio series. Let's get this paused at the 15-second mark at the 1x speed, and it's great to be back. I know I have been lacking recently in the audios, but I've got plenty of time now, so we're good to go. I don't really know if there's anything else I can tell you guys aside from the WCG report and the upcoming LAN, which will be discussed later on at the end, because I know that the LAN doesn't really apply to every single listener, and WCG might not be in the interest of every listener, so I kind of save that stuff for the end, and I do all the good stuff now. So on to the good stuff. Let's get this unpaused in 5 seconds. If you're not at that point, you're a lazy bum, and you better get this paused. I mean, for fuck's sake, I've been doing these for years, and you still haven't caught on, but just do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. So, I think this is the first audio I have ever done of me playing a different race. That's right, I'm playing Orc on this one. The 2 vs 2 strategy that we always would do on this map would involve me with the Blade Master. Now, it's very difficult for us to do this in ladder because, you know, the map is randomly assigned, so we would usually do this in a like Lost Temple 2 vs 2 tournament or something like that. And you'll see how this plays its role in here, because you'll see just exactly how great you can use a hero to just kind of pinch somebody's army, just make them do what they want to do. So we're just kind of messing around here. I'm making Quasi worry about me, which is pretty much what I do best. You know, I touch his units, you know, give him a little fondling or two, you know, maybe a little nipple twinkie, pull a little Janet Jackson there, you know, whatever pisses him off. Anyways, basically what I'm going to do is probably stop at around 7 or 8 peons on wood. I know that's a lot on wood, but for a strat where you're, you know, constantly giving resources over to the guy, yeah, you want to have a decent amount on wood. So I'm stopping right here, and we're just going to go for one base for this one, because now the Night Elf base is at the left part of the map, so the Orc is furthest away from the main base. So we're good for that. So what I'm going to do, after we scout out, we notice that there's probably going to be a bottom hunt, or at least we're going to start off with a hunt opening on this Night Elf side. So of course, once again this shit. I don't know, but Bob Barker is going for the keeper. He's just going to kill as much wisps as possible. I'm going to either kill as many peons as possible, or I'm going to kill as many headhunters as possible. So we do see the TC headhunter combination. They are going to, well, look like they're going to try to open up with some towers here. But here I go. Now at this point, if you do see any second burrows in construction, take them out as soon as you can, like I'm doing here. If it's a little difficult, windwalk. The windwalk solve. So basically, I'm just going to put a lot of pressure on the Orc base to just keep him where I want him. That's it. Which is in the form of just hitting his burrows. Hitting his burrows, hitting a few peons, just doing the usual. And just windwalking and just kind of sitting there, you know, like all gay Blade Masters do. Look at him. Look at that gay Blade Master. He's gay. Look how he walks. That's a gay Blade Master. Anyhow, going back to what Barker's doing, I'm just going to go heal mid, try to let the Orc move out a little bit so I can kill a few headhunters, and while the pressure's just put on his base. So this is basically turning into just evened out pressure. Problem is, sooner or later, Corsa's base is going to need help, because he's the one that's getting fed. He's got frickin' 3 Ancients of War, and he's fast expanding at the same time. So the pressure that he's putting on Corsa right now is going to eventually just take him down. But right now, I'm just going to try to put the pressure on the Orc right now just to keep him in place, because what this will do, Orc's kept in his place, the Night Elf's kept in his place, except that the Night Elf is going to slowly start to lose the game. But here's where it gets pretty bad. The Wisp Scout didn't have the upgrade to see the sight, which we really freaking needed. So we're definitely getting towered right now, and the Ancient Protector just got up. So I'm thinking, shit, this kind of sucks. I'm kind of stuck where I am. I can't really do much. So here comes Barker to save the day. And basically, just killing as many headhunters as possible. Don't worry about the towers. Worry about the units first, because their army is going to be very, very small. You can take out that army much faster. So once the whole entire army is taken down, those towers are easy. If they're smart, they'll cancel the towers. But he's already got one up there, so this is looking pretty bad for us. I mean, we took out a decent amount of headhunters. All these hunts are very weak, but it's just that we didn't have that Wisp scouting it out very well, and it is pretty much the demise of my base here. Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to give the TP to Quasi. We're going to pretty much abandon the base. He's going to TP back to his base, and he's going to put the pressure onto the Night Elf. Hopefully we can try to hold them in this spot for as long as possible while I hold them off with my base. I'm not going to try to, well, I'm trying to think Night Elf terms right now, but no, I'm just going to try as much to, still gather as many resources as possible, and just try to buy as much time as we can. I mean, he's actually trying to get his expansion right now. I thought that he was going to run over into his, run over to the Night Elf base, which would be pretty good to do, considering the fact that with just a lot of wisps and the Tree of Life on its own, you can get rid of that, get rid of the creeps there. So back at my base, this is where I really wish I was Night Elf, because God, I want to detonate right now. Oh my God, look at all the shit that I have. I just want to fucking detonate that, just over and over. Damn it. Just looking at that frustrates me. Anyhow, that's right, I can't use my noob elf. It's a shame. Anyhow, we're just gonna take out the Night Elf base at this point. Nothing I can really do too much from my base. They get their level ups, so they're getting nastier and nastier. They're gonna TP. They've got their shop and everything. So it is go time for this base. So here we go. Once they TP in, they're fairly weak, because they did lose quite a bit of units. So as long as the hunts are keeping check on these hunts, I'm just going to use my Blade Master alone to start taking out some of these headhunters. So those would be my targets, while Barker tries to hound the hunts. He's hunt-hounding, but after I take out about 2-3 headhunters, I'm just basically trying to get my level 2. Because at this point, I could really go for a good critical strike, and I could really go for a higher level windwalk, so I can actually move faster. So, anyhow, looking at his army, hitting all the few times, I do realize I could have broken windwalk and killed 1 or 2 units, but I only had this Blade Master that wouldn't have enough mana until like right now, so I didn't want to risk losing a Blade Master, especially at this point in the game where if he's dead, he's dead. There's nothing I can do. So I gotta really play it safe with this. And so once we realize that they're moving out of the way, we're gonna run right back in there, deal as much damage as possible, because they are towering that shit up. Look at that. Look at that base. Ah. Anyways. Hell. What else? Which is just making sure that these glaive throwers are kept in their right position. I got my critical strike right now, so I go right back over to these headhunters, while Quasi at the same time tries to hit these headhunters as well, because we do see a pretty much uncontrollable amount right there, and the Night Elf army right now, it's not even attacking. It's just sitting there. It's trying to hit these glaive throwers, which are pretty much controlling their whole entire army. So right now, all of those hunts are in the red. They really need to go to the middle, which is pretty much our strength at this point. He can't really do too much until he goes to the middle. He does have that shop, but once we go right back into that base, it's going to be even worse for them. Because without the middle, they're in pretty deep trouble considering all the damage that we've so far done to their army. So while we've got a little bit of ground right here, while we know that they're not going to be running out anywhere, we're going to get rid of these creeps. Definitely get some levels that we really, really need. Anka Reincarnation is actually going for the Keeper of the Grove, because the Keeper can die a lot faster than a Blade Master. And besides, if I really needed to, actually he's probably going to sell that. Yeah, he just sells his Ankh and buys a TP scroll. So, even though the urge was great, had to resist, had to let him get that Ankh and sell it. So, basically we're just going to try to push his base. It's the glory of siege in all situations. So, shop goes down as fast as we can. We will focus the glaive thrower, if possible. Otherwise, just going for towers. So it doesn't look very good right now, considering that he does have 2 demolishers, but I did just get level 3 on my Blade Master. So I'm just going to put all my focus onto the demos. See, critical strike, it works on anything except for buildings. So yep, you can even work on those demos. So I'm just going to take out a demo. Maybe take out another headhunter. Not sure. Actually, I could. If I just waited for the cooldown, I could have just ran directly around. Maybe killed 1 or 2. But I have the feeling they're going mid, which they are. And actually they did try, so I do not want them to go mid. Sucks because it's nighttime, so I'm going to maybe try to kill 1 or 2, because I do remember a few weak hunts that came around. So there we go. Going to get rid of 1, and let's go for the other one. Nah, I'm going to piss off the creeps, make them shadow meld, and that just leaves the Night Elf pinned into the middle. While at that point in time, that's when Quasi goes right ahead back to the Night Elf base and puts the pressure there. So I got the Night Elf where I wanted them to be, in the middle, and 2 advantages from that: they're not going to be sitting in the middle for a while, they're not going to be healing, and, well, we're just kind of pressuring them to make them do what we want. Because especially at this point, when he's actually starting to get his expansion now, back over at my my old base. So at this point, this is a very vulnerable time for them, because they're putting some resources into getting that expo up there, but it's, I don't know,